Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we are looking at a ton of MagEZ accessories for the Galaxy S22 Plus. We've got the MagEZ Case 2, we've got their magnetic wallet, and also the Car Mount Pro, and all of these accessories work with a MagSafe-like adaptive system to basically allow you to use magnets to connect different accessories. So first up we have the MagEZ Car Mount Pro. Now as you can see, it's MagSafe compatible, it has a fan cooling system, and you can get up to 15 watts of wireless charging. However, that is going to be reduced down to 7.5 watts for the iPhone. Now this comes in at around $50 to $60 and it packs a ton of awesome features. So the first thing you have of course is the wireless charger. You've then got a little bit of paperwork in regards to how to set it up and actually use it. The one I went for has the suction cup on the bottom, but you'd also have one that has a vent mount system as well, and you'd also have some really handy cable ties that you can stick to your dashboard in regards to actually keeping the USB-C cable as close to the dashboard as possible. And then you've also got a secondary pad for if your dashboard isn't necessarily the smoothest out there. Now this is actually one of the coolest wireless chargers that I've seen. As you can see, it has the ring and the straight line that you get with pretty much any Apple MagSafe accessory in regards to getting the alignment perfect. Now on the back you do have the connection here for the suction cup. On the bottom is where you're going to find the connection port for the USB-C, and then you do have that fan system that is completely built in and basically cools your device while it is also being used. Now you also have this which is using the MagEZ system, which is the 2.0 version, so again anything with 2.0 is going to work completely fine in regards to some of their cases and other accessories that they actually offer. But overall it just looks extremely nice and it feels really good too, and again the fan itself is very quiet, doesn't really make too much noise, and the actual material and the magnet is super strong, so don't expect your device to be falling off anytime soon. So overall, with the really awesome new design and those super strong magnets, your device isn't going to be going anywhere. Now the way that you attach it to the actual suction cup or the vent system, you unscrew this bit here at the back, you pop in the end of whatever it is you're going to be using, like I say, either the suction cup or the vent, and then all you have to do is tighten it up and you're pretty much set and ready to go. Now even when it is super tight, you do still have a little bit of movement in regards to getting it exactly where you want it to go to, but overall it just looks pretty good. Now you do also have that suction cup on the bottom, and it does also have a clip on there to make sure that it is super secure, and you do also have that other accessory for if your dashboard isn't necessarily super smooth. It has a 3M backing to it, and then it gives you a smooth surface plate to attach this, and then you're pretty much set and ready to go. As you can see, you've got a protective bit just here on the bottom of the suction cup, and even without using the suction side of it, it's just extremely sticky, so definitely something to keep in mind. So next up then we have the MagEZ Card Sleeve 3. Now this is actually compatible with the iPhone 12 and 13 without a case using MagSafe, but it is also compatible with the MagEZ cases, so again if you've got it like I do for an Android device, you can use it no problem at all. It's made of a really nice leather, and it does have just one slot there to actually get your cards in and out, and it can be a little bit finicky from time to time where it is so slim, and when you do have the cards in there, they are in there extremely tight, and don't get me wrong, because it's leather this will loosen over time, but definitely something to keep in mind. It is also extremely thin and very durable with that massive magnet built into the back, so it's not really going to be bending or getting damaged anytime soon, and the thin form factor means that when it's on your device you can't really tell it's there. But how does it look with a case? Now if you've been keeping up to date with the channel, you know that I've now got the Galaxy S22 Plus. I've done the review and it will be linked down below, but now that the review period's over and I'm going to be using it as my daily driver moving forward, I definitely want to get a case for it. Not just for the fingerprints on the back, but just in general for the protection side of things, because again, it's all glass, and if I drop it, it's definitely going to get some damage, so that's where the Pitaka MagEZ Case 2 comes in for the S22 Plus. So the case itself was made of a genuine aramid fiber, which basically means it's extremely strong. It's pretty similar to what they use in bulletproof jackets and also on some aircrafts. It's also MagSafe compatible and also with their MagEZ accessories, and it is super lightweight, coming in at only 21 grams. It's also extremely thick because it comes in at only 1.4 millimeters, so again it's not really going to add all that much thickness to your actual device overall. And because of those aramid fibers, it basically means that the case is going to be form fitted to your device, so it does also have some removal instructions on the inside of the case here, because once it's actually on your device, I'm not going to lie, it can be a little bit hard to get off, and you may worry about breaking the case or scratching something, so it's good that they include some instructions in regards to how to actually get it off your device. But as you can see, this thing is extremely strong and it looks super nice. Again, on the inside you have that same ring line design that you get on any MagSafe accessory, and again that bottom line there is to make sure that everything lines up, so when you for example put it onto the wireless charger, which we'll get onto in just a moment, it's going to line up perfectly straight with no problems at all. Now again, being made of that fiber-like material instead of normal plastic, thick, it can pick up a fair amount of fingerprints. So again, just using it for a brief period of time, it does have some smudges on the back, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. But overall, you've got all the ports and cutouts that you can think of. On the left hand side, it's completely enclosed because there's nothing on the S22 on that side. You've got here the cutout for the volume and also the power up and down. The top, you do also have a cutout which is for the microphone, and then on the bottom for the USB-C and speaker array as well. Now, actually putting the phone in the case, it goes in extremely well, but like I mentioned, once it's in, it's in. And yes, okay, it may be a little bit of a hassle to get off, but for me, a case like this is definitely more of a long-term thing where it is so, form-fitting. You're not really going to get any dust or any sort of marks or anything under the actual case itself. So overall, it fits extremely well, and it's probably the best fitting case I've ever used. As you can see, you've got all of the ports and cutouts that you need, full accessibility. Yes, okay, it doesn't necessarily have the best in terms of the side protection and top protection. The camera though is raised up and fully protected, and again, if you're going to be putting it back down onto the table, you're not really going to have any issues with the camera actually touching the table itself. Now, I would also say that with this particular case, a screen protector is essential. I don't have one on at the moment, and as you can see, the screen itself, while it does come up over the edge, it's by a hair. You're not really going to get any sort of lay on the table design or any sort of lay on the table protection with this particular case, which is definitely something to keep in mind. You don't really wanting to put this case face down on any tables or anything, because in my opinion, the screen will definitely get scratched. However, the case itself does feel nice. It is super slim, and you can't really tell it's on there. Where it is so thin, and like I mentioned beforehand, coming in at only 1.4mm, I didn't really notice the case. It faded into the background, but it was overall more grippy than what I'm used to with the glass design of the S22. So we then have the card sleeve 3, and like I mentioned, it just goes on the back using the magnets that are built in. Now, it fits really nice, and it's very, very secure, very thin, but one thing that I would say, and it really does bug me, as you can see, the top left corner ever so slightly goes onto the camera. Now, it doesn't actually obstruct the camera in any way, but if the magnets were just ever so slightly lower, then for me and kind of my particular OCD-ness with cases and things lining up, it wouldn't really be a problem. But with this one, again, it doesn't move around at all, but once it is on there, it's definitely on there, and it's not really going to be going anywhere. I just wish that it was a millimeter lower. But one thing that I have absolutely zero complaints about is how it fits onto the MagEZ Car Mount Pro. This thing is super strong. As you can see here, holding the phone and shaking it, or holding the mount and shaking it, the device isn't going to be going anywhere. Now, I'm shaking this a lot more than I would do if I was in a car, for example, and again, the way that it actually lines up, if I put my phone down on the table and then just hover this over the back, you can see that it aligns perfectly straight, no issues whatsoever, and that again is because of the line that comes down off of the circle of the magnets. So overall, when you get in and out of your car, taking your device and putting it on the stand and taking it off is the most simple thing in the world to do, and just in general, I have no worries about it falling off while I'm driving around. Now, also it does have charging built in, like I mentioned, so I've got the USB-C port on the bottom here. I'm just going to put in a USB-C cable that comes with it, which is also angled, which is really nice because it allows you to basically just set it up in a slightly different way. And then as soon as I put it on, it's going to start charging, no issues at all. And again, because this is the Android device and not an iPhone, it is going to be charging at a full 15 watts. So in terms of charging speed, it's really not too bad if you're going to be driving for half an hour or an hour, for example. But like I mentioned, the iPhone is limited to 7.5 watts, so it's not necessarily going to charge as quickly. But again, putting it on the back, placing it on the charger, everything works extremely fast. And again, it's just a very seamless, it just works experience. And that's actually going to do it, guys, on the new accessories from Pitaka that feature their MagEZ technology. Now, this is a really awesome feature to have. One thing that I've kind of been a little bit jealous of with the iPhones is the Magsafe Accessories and the whole sort of Magsafe ecosystem that you can get into. And using this particular case, you can kind of get some of those same accessories. So for example, the Apple Wallet, for example, that has the magnets built in for Magsafe will also work with some of these Pitaka accessories. So you can kind of mix and match and just use kind of anything you want to that can also be used with Magsafe. Now, that's really cool to see because, again, I'm pretty sure that it's never going to happen in terms of Samsung or OnePlus or whoever it may be implementing the same sort of MagSafe technology that Apple has done. So this is a really great way to get into that ecosystem, and it does make life a little bit simpler. In terms of just whacking a wallet on the back or just putting it on the car mount, it is a very seamless experience overall. But let me know down in the comment section below, if MagSafe came to the Android ecosystem, is it something that you guys would use and get into? And if so, what would be your go-to accessory? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We've got a ton more videos coming up really soon in regards to Android accessories, devices, apps, launchers, icon packs, you name it, it's going to be coming on the channel. So once you are subscribed, hit that notification bell and enable all notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass, and I will catch you guys in the next video.